Symbiosis Center for Media and Communication. My name is Ashwini Shashkumar. I am from the third year of AD batch of 2022, and I heartily welcome you all to the induction program of batch 2024. The induction program is of 2 weeks from 15 September to 1st of October. I'm sure all of you have received the schedule. So during the program, you'll be exposed to a lot of different perspectives in the media industry and given a lot of insights by an esteemed panel of media professionals. So today, for your first session, we have Mr. Varun Sharma. So to tell you more about him, Mr. Varun Sharma comes from Shajapur near Indore. He has done his MBA from IIPS Indore and has taken up many leadership positions in the media industry for the past 15 years. Today, he is the CEO of Pune Mirror and member of the advisory board of Rest the Case. It's an online platform for legal aggregation. He has won many awards at Radio Mirchi and Times of India and has worked in companies like Tata Infomedia, Samsung, and Femina Miss India. Apart from work, he has many interesting hobbies like cycling and meeting new people. So I heartily welcome Mr. Varun Sharma to the induction program. You all are invited to ask him questions after the session. So you can simply drop your questions in the chat box. I hope you have a lovely session. Over to you, sir.
Guys, before I start, can I have the faces to whom we are talking? Like everyone has muted their video. Can we at least have the faces to whom we are interacting with?
Ashwini, can you ask the students to switch on the camera? Is it allowed? You can do that, yeah. Ashwini, can you do that?
If at all possible, if at all possible, otherwise it's fine.
Sir, I think it's because a lot of people do not have the interaction thing allowed. So I don't know how many people can switch on their cameras. Whoever
no
can,
problem.
Please do.
No problem, no problem. So guys, congratulations. You have taken your first step after your school and you have joined one of the best college in the country. So congratulations to everyone. And so guys, I don't have any presentation for you. I basically work with media field from last 15 years. I'm working with the media field. So I'll give you some insights as in how what is media industry is all about, how we work and everything. I'm assuming that the batch whom I am talking to is basically not only from Pune but from across India. Okay. So can anyone tell me out of you guys, if anyone is keen, can you tell me why you are joining this course, or why mass media? Or someone, if or someone can tell me the definition, or why, what is mass media all about? No. Hey Aditi.
Hello, sir.
Hi. So Aditi, why are you joining this?
Sir, I took mass media as an option for my studies because I like knowing about new things, and I've always had interest in things related to mass communication. So I think that this was the fit career choice for me.
That's superb. That's superb. So probably Manish, we will have Aditi with us for at least say 10-15 days to do a small internship with us, because she's out of all the people, she's the one who came forward and she's talking. So guys, communication is something which is really important. So if you are keeping mum, if you are not talking, this is not the field for you. This is a field wherein you will interact, you will meet lots of people, okay? And it is very important for you to communicate. I'm sure there are lots of people in this group who are superb communicator, but you have to communicate in the right panel. If I'll have your friends around you in this panel, I'm sure all the videos will be on. Everyone will be keen to talk, everyone will discuss, what all. Yeah, Nandini, tell me.
Good morning, sir. So for
Good
me,
morning.
I have always enjoyed writing and reading, and other than that, I also enjoyed the part where I educate people about something or raise awareness about an issue.
Uh-huh.
So I realized that choosing mass communication as my course, I would be able to write and spread awareness at the same time, doing two of the things I love most. So that's why I chose mass
Very good.
communication.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So I have seen the, okay, Tripti, tell me one more. I'll take Tripti. Tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I believe mass media is a very a field where we get a lot of diverse set of skill sets. So we can utilize a lot of our thoughts and ideas in any direction which we want to. So I think that's what I like about it, and that's why I chose it.
Very good, very good. So, guys, I'll give you a perspective. So, what are the? So, I believe that everyone who has joined this, they want to make a career in probably mass media or in advertising field or in PR. You know, so I'll tell you which are the opportunities which you have right now for this very vibrant thing. You know, this is a very powerful tool. Media is very powerful tool right now, you know. So you have newspaper, you have radio, you have television, and now you have, of course, digital media. Okay, so you will see lots of bloggers around you. You will see lots of influencers around you. All this is basically a part of media. You have career prospect in newspaper, of course. You have television, radio. You have advertising and PR agencies which are working across the globe. There is, some good openings in corporates because they want to communicate, whatever they are doing. That also comes in, what course you have joined in. And then there is event management also. So that is also a part of mass media. uh, if I talk about in little detail, if I'll give it to you, so it's not only journalism. Okay, so most of us we think that media is basically journalism. Journalism is a very small part of this. So this field basically it includes print and online publication. So as a journalist you can work in various newspapers, you can work in various television channel as reporter, columnist, editors, etc., etc. So that is one part of what you can do in your near future. Then comes public relation. This I can say this is one of the most important part, which is in which is running these days. So each and every celeb. So let's talk about celebs. You know, because I'm assuming you are all class 12 pass out, so you are very much interested in all the celebs. You are interested in sportsmen. You are interested in cricketers. So each and every celeb, they have their own PR team. Okay, so if you'll talk about say a Virat Kohli, okay, so Virat Kohli spends approximately say 10 to 15 crores on PR of his own. So the news which you read, so there are two types of news basically in newspaper. One which is incidental. Okay, if there is any event happening or if there is any crime which has happened, so we cover those. Then there are news which are basically which the newspaper or any digital platform or any news channel, they want you to watch. They force it on you. So probably and if you read say Times of India or if you read Pune Mirror, so we talk a lot about entertainment. So the latest is the Met Gala, what dresses people have wear, how funny the dresses were and all. These are guys all their publicity managers, okay, who are pushing this across the globe. They want people to read about that. What happens then? People get famous. So this is a part of PR. So this is the second field which you can definitely work with after doing your mass communication. The third one is advertising. So advertising has say 3-4 different paths in it. One is the creative side, where you create advertisement. So you have print advertisement, you have television advertisement, you have digital media. So there you create advertisements. So if you are talking about, say, um, video advertisement which runs on television, so probably you will be a part of a team as a creative guy who will finalize the face behind the brand. So probably if there is a interior brand which want to be promoted, so probably you will go to a Gauri Shah, who is an interior designer. You will probably go to a Suzanne, who is again an interior designer. So you first select the face. So there is this one thing. Then comes the print industry. So print may probably you will create advertisement. You will work in sync with the clients. Then comes the most important part, which I have been doing across my life, is advertisement sales, ad sales. So that is also something which as a media student, you can definitely look at, so you have to, there you sell not only TV, you sell print, you sell radio, you sell digital platform, lots of news, guys, which you read, it's paid for news. You don't understand what paid for news are. But these are things which the PR guys are putting in your system, that you should read this news. So that is also something which you can do. The next thing is you can definitely become a media planner. I'm only talking about the opportunities which will follow once you complete this course. Okay, so a media planner is someone who decides for a brand that which media is relevant and important, and from where they will get good traction. So probably you select some television channels, in that you select some newspaper there, some radio, some online digital platforms, hoardings. All these are decided by media planner. Then of course event manager. I'm sure everyone understand what an event manager does. So when you see a IFA happening, when you see a Femina Miss India happening, a film fair happening, there's a huge team involved at the back end. So that's what event manager does. So that is also something which you can definitely look at. Guys, my suggestion to these are some very few career prospect which I can communicate to you right now, but I'm sure that there must be some 10-20 more of these. Be very clear that you are a mass communication students. Okay, so communication is very important. So if there is a college fest happening at your college, if you are not participating in that, if you are not leading the college fest from your class, if you are not in the organizing committee of that fest, then media is not the field for you. Okay, you have to be in the forefront always. What happens sometimes, we only talk in the group where we are comfortable with. We talk to a friend. So someone who will be on mute here, okay, will probably will be the loudest person in his or her group. So that has gone now, guys. Your school days are gone. Okay, you cannot be only comfortable within your space. You cannot be only comfortable within your group, with your family. Okay, that everyone is. How you will stand out is you are, if you're comfortable talking to everyone. Okay, so everyone means everyone. There is no hesitation while you're talking. So that is communication. Communication is really important. Participate, in whatever is happening in and around you. You need to participate. If you are doing that, you will stand out. If you are standing out, guys, there is no limit to your career. You will grow like anything. You have the best part is, say I come from a very small city in Madhya Pradesh, so after so we have to face lots of trouble, lots of issues. But guys, you have an advantage. You will be graduated from the one of the best college across India. So take this advantage to another level. This is very important. There's what I also I feel there's nothing right or nothing wrong. For someone something is right, for someone the same thing is wrong. Okay, and it's vice versa also. So it's all about perspective. So if when you're talking in a group, don't feel that probably what the other person is thinking. For them probably it must be wrong. For them, whatever you are talking must be nonsense. Okay, but if it is making sense for you, talk, participate in every discussion. That is very important. So that I'll also want you to say, I'll tell you about myself. When I started doing my graduation, I side by side I started working also. Of course, there was some monetary obligations on me, but it helped. So when you are working, when you are doing your part-time jobs and all, it gives you another environment which you will be definitely living in, after your graduation or post-graduation. So try and do some part-time jobs. Probably you will not fetch money out of it right now, or probably very small money, but try and do part-time jobs. Guys, it will help you. I believe the training, online training or any training is irrelevant if you are not using that experience. So, I'm giving such kind of lecture for the second time, and I don't like giving, lectures or interacting on Zoom calls, because I feel that I'm the only one talking, and monologue is something which is very bad. So I want you to talk. I want you to do part-time jobs. If I have something, I'll definitely tell your professor, Mr. Manish. And I definitely would like to have some of you, because I believe that if I'm catching them young, that is the best thing. Right now, you don't have any baggage in your mind. You don't have any perception, that how a media works. Whatever will tell you, I can mold you. So I want to catch you guys young. There are lots of people who want to do that. There are lots of people who want, new thoughts in their office. Like we all are old now. Yeah. People who are working, who are in corporate, they are old. They have that they come from that old school of thoughts. But I'm 100% sure if I'm sitting with 20 of you, you will give us, some ideas which we were not even thinking. So your mind is the best thing which you have right now. Use it. Use your tongue. That is very important for communication. I'll tell you how a newspaper work. If you guys are interested, I can talk about how a newspaper work. Okay, guys, are we all here, or you want me to change the topic or something? I am not. I don't have any presentation, but I am generally having an interaction with you guys. Yeah, Khushi.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is
Good
Khushi
morning.
Mahesh Shetty. So, sir, I just you said that some things are wrong, some things are right, and the perspective matters. So, I
Yeah.
just wanted to know that when we are graduating, we also face obstacles sometimes. So, what should be our perspective as a student in a college?
Okay. Whatever you feel is right, follow that. Yeah, whatever you feel. Probably, Khushi, what will happen sometime, probably you will have, out of 10 people, 8 people will say that whatever you are doing is wrong. Okay, I'm talking about in any professional setup. If people are telling you that, this is wrong, but if you think that, no, I have a planning behind this and I want to pursue this, please go ahead with that. So what matters is what you are thinking. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Sania.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Am I
morning.
audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So I just wanted to say that I'm someone who is very intrigued in knowing what's happening behind the camera. We've
Yeah.
always see in television, films, and all of that. But the main reason I got into media was because I was very curious about things happening backstage. So I also have a flair for newspapers, and I really wanted to know more about it because I'm someone who's outspoken and I like getting into fields of filmmaking and radio. But newspaper is also something that I'm very interested in. So I would love for you to take over.
Very nice. Okay, so I'll tell you. Okay, so we have to. So we always acknowledge this fact that people like. Okay, so if I'll. So there are 92 plus or say 100 plus students in this forum. Okay, if I'll ask you how many of you read newspaper, I don't expect more than say 10 to 15% of you who read newspaper, and that's the fact right now. Okay, it also depends on the content of the newspaper. If I'll change, if there's a newspaper which has a Bollywood content, which has a Hollywood content, which has a sports content, which has a fashion content, okay, and if I'll ask you, if I'll distribute that newspaper, and if I'll ask you guys that out of 100, how many of you have read that? Probably that 15 or 20% who were reading earlier will go to say 50% or 60%. So it is all about interest. We know that previously, okay, because with the blessing of Corona also, people are like very like say a year back, newspaper stopped. So there was no one who was picking newspaper. Then we have to invest money. Everyone was talking about that, how safe newspaper is. So please buy newspaper. We are not sending Corona to your places. Okay, that is one. And this is not only because of Corona. You know, it is because of youngsters like you. Okay, you consume news through digital applications. So each and every, some must be consuming it through InShorts, Daily Hunt. Okay, you consume news through these platforms or television. You don't read newspaper, but there are a set of people. You know, this is our fight which we are doing right now with youngsters. We are trying to change our content. We want youngsters to read our content. Ultimately, youngsters are the one who are the decision maker. So if Khushi has to, or Khushi's dad has to buy a car or has to buy something at her home, she is an influencer. Okay, she will influence the decision that no, I have seen this. Okay, in fact, say Deepika Padukone was talking about this. One of the posts of Deepika Padukone was, you know, guys, Asian Paints Royale is this, you know. So mom, dad, you know, I want Asian Paints only because, you know, that is something which is really good, and Deepika Padukone is communicating about that. But this communication on what platform Khushi has consumed. So probably on her Instagram or probably on some digital media. So this is the fight which we are having with you guys. Okay, we are changing. So in newspaper, if you will see the content, so pick a newspaper, any newspaper of say 4-year-old newspaper, or go on e-paper. You know, any newspaper. Now they are changing. Yeah, they want to talk to youngsters. They don't want to talk to people who are 50 plus. So like we say Pune Mirror, we say it's a youngsters newspaper. So we talk about youngsters here. We talk about the career growth. We talk about what career you should choose. We talk about nutrition. We talk about health. All these are things which youngsters, they are investing their time in. So I'll tell you how a newspaper works. So newspaper primarily have some say 6-7 divisions. So the first one, which is the pillar of newspaper, is editorial department. So on a regular basis, in editorial department, we get, say, I'm talking about Pune Mirror, guys, right now, which is a city-specific newspaper only for Pune. So we, on an average, our reporters, they give us, say, 40 odd stories, out of which we publish, say, 12 or 13. What happens, why we always tell people to take newspaper is trustworthy. If I'm publishing something today, I cannot delete it. I cannot edit it. Okay. But if someone is consuming news on digital, I'm not saying digital is wrong. We also are on digital platform like punemirror.com. We have a website. We are on digital platform, but we have to be double careful. We have to take utmost care that whatever we are printing should be right. Otherwise, people can come and tell us that, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong. So one thing which is there for newspaper is whatever you are reading, the fact check has already been done. That is right. Guys, do get into the habit of reading. It's not important that you're reading a newspaper, but you can probably start with fictions, some novels. You can start with non-fiction. Read. It helps. It helps, in calming your mind. It helps in you can have you can develop some vision, after you read some primarily non-fiction book, so you can develop that. If you guys don't read, if you have, like, I come from almost a village. Okay. I never had this pair of reading books and all. So what I did, I started with authors like Chetan Bhagat. Okay. So he has something which you guys can relate. Okay. It's very simple English. Please do read. Then you can graduate to, the best of the best authors. Then you can graduate to fiction. Read. It is very important. Yeah. You will have that focus. You will have that vision in your mind that, okay, I can do this. So please read. It is very important. So I was talking about our editorial department. So daily we get approximately, say, 40 odd stories, out of which we pick, say, 12, 13 stories. We have a editorial team of approximately, say, 25 to 30 people in Pune Mirror. So that is the kind of work which happens behind, at the back end of any newspaper. Then what happens, once in the morning, we have those 40 news listed by the reporters. The editor, he picks what he wants to publish. So how does it work? He will probably pick something. So when we are probably, we want to target youth. So we definitely pick news which are relevant to youth. We pick news which, if there is any social issue, okay, so we pick that news. If there is some crime and heinous crime or something which has happened, we definitely pick that, because people relate to all this. Then once the editor finalized that, okay, these are the 13, 14, 15 stories which we are going ahead for tomorrow's edition, then the photographers are assigned. In some stories, we get the photographers, we get the photographs from outside, but usually our photographer, they have to go and cover the stories. So then the photographers are assigned with every reporter. They go, they click the photographs and all. So once this is done, all the stories and photographs being sent to desk. So desk is a sub department of editorial. So what happens at desk? So desk correct the copies, they clean the copies, they make it readable, they give the headlines. So that's desk for you. So that is an integral part. That's a very important part. So everything. So whenever you read any news, okay, or whenever you click on any news, you go ahead because you like the headline. If you will not like the headline, you will definitely not go ahead with that. So to ensure that you guys are clicking or reading that news, the headline should be really good. So those headlines are given by desk. Once that is been done, it goes to the designing department where it get designed. It again come to the editor. He checks all the pages and then it goes to printing. So this is a regular life of editorial department. There is lots behind this. This is like, I have told you this in, say, 4-5 minutes, but there are lots behind this. So at times we get some notices against us that how come you are publishing this. So whenever we are publishing any news, the facts checks are done. we get the proofs. If there is any FIR required, we get that. If there is any proof required, we get that from the particular department and all. So that we do. One more thing which is very important for editorial is they cannot be biased. If we are biased, that means the crux is gone. So if I'll ask you, please don't name any news channel, but if I'll ask you the which channel favors BJP, you will say, okay, these are the channels, they favor BJP. If I'll ask you, which are the channels which are anti-BJP, okay, you will say, okay, these are the channels which are anti-BJP. That should not happen, okay. That is not the correct editorial. If people can make out, if people understand that, boss, these people, they support this party and for obvious reasons, then people are like, we will have, if we want to watch these kind of news, we will go to this news channel. If we want to watch these kind of news or pro BJP, we should go to this news channel. This should never happen. So luckily here we are not doing that. So we don't have affection with any party. So in Corona times, we have printed photographs of almost all, lots of ministers, lots of party presidents and all who were without mask in public, be it BJP or NCP or Congress, anyone, So we have that balance, So no one can tell us that you are favoring someone. It is not good for any newspaper, any television channel. It's not good. So that is something in future. If you are going towards journalism, please be very clear that you are not favoring anyone. So that is the crux. Otherwise, you will have that brand. You will be branded that, okay, say Nandini is pro Congress. Okay. So that should never happen. If at all you are planning your career in journalism. Okay. What happens after this? This is one department, which is editorial. Okay. Then we have a circulation department, which is also one of the most important department. So if we are printing, say, even if we are printing 100,000 of copies, if those copies are not being circulated, then it doesn't make any sense for us. So we have a circulation department. So people who are in Pune, who resides in Pune, soon, probably in 7 days time, you will see lots of hoardings of Pune Mirror. So that is one which we are doing our branding. We are in a circulation drive. So circulation, to increase circulation, all the newspaper, time by time, time to time, they do some circulation drives. So that is something which every newspaper, or if you talk about, say, Republic Bharat, if you talk about Times Now, if you talk about ABP, they all do some or other campaign. If it is a television channel, they promote themselves on digital platform, on OTT platform, or they promote themselves on newspaper. So that there is this cross promotion happening. Pranati, you want to ask something?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, since we were talking about journalism and social media, I would like to ask, what do you think about the effect of regulation of social media?
You're not audible. Can you just
and
repeat
its
the question,
effects on
please?
journalism? Yes, sir.
Pranati,
I
can
was
you just
asking,
repeat the question?
what
Yeah.
do you... Yes, sir. Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes, sir. I was asking, since we were talking about journalism and social media, what do you feel about the regulations of social media and then its further effects on journalism?
So it's a vast topic, Pranati. In fact, government of India is struggling. So they are not they have not been able to put restrictions on social media. I believe that it's a great platform. Social media is one of the best platform which I have ever seen. But needs to be used in the right manner. Yeah. So if you will see any leader or any politician or anyone putting some post or something, like 90% of the post or who comments, on Twitter or anything, they are trolls. That should not happen. We are not using social media to its fullest. So we have seen the power of social media. There were some Hollywood films also wherein they have shown the power of social media, that how brilliantly it can be used. But nothing doing. The problem with us is population, so we are not able to control anything. Government of India is not able to do anything about it till now. So yes, it impacts. Yeah. So if there is a fake news about someone, and if it circulates, so even if it circulates to say 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people, it creates a bad impact on the person about whom the news is being circulated. There has to be strict laws, but no one has been ever able to do that. Government is trying. We have opposition, we have further opposition, we have then further opposition. No one has been able to do anything about it. So, of course, it's a great platform. Everything can be done through social media. But my belief is, my opinion is, it is not being used properly.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
Disha.
So, do you believe that that the newspapers will go out of fashion due to the availability of digital media?
Not really. Okay. Yes, I do believe that the circulation or the number of readers will definitely go down. I can see that probably in, say, next 8 to 10 years. Okay. I can see the future of no, print. After that also I can see the future, but 8 to 10 years there is nothing to worry about. But of course, newspapers should change. Like how I was talking about the content, it's very important to change. It's very important to tell people or to publish things which probably Shreya wants to read, or Pranati wants to read, or Sanya wants to read. So if you don't want to read anything, if it doesn't interest you, you will not read the newspaper. But if it interests you, so probably tomorrow, say in this 100 group of people, if I am having a newspaper which is talking about Symbiosis Institute of Media Communication, okay, it has only news of media communication and the college. Probably you will like to read that. So Shreya, that way is, it depends on the content also, and how soon the newspaper will change. That is also very important. I saw Arman, the only guy I think in this uh, panel. Arman, yeah, please ask. Yeah.
So I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
All right, perfect. So my question was, in my opinion, the problem with newspapers is not that it's the content that's obsolete. It's the fact that the technology itself is becoming is making it obsolete, right? So if you are trying to target the younger generation, why continue to push the newspaper, and why not shift to the online platform? Maximize that, cut down on your necessity to circulate the newspaper, and instead develop a very good PR department, so that you don't have to deal with and you also get more audience from the younger generation, right? Because because like for me, it's, if I can order a cab online, right? I mean, with all due respect, the last thing I'll do is go to a newspaper to get my news. So like, it's just, I wanted to get your opinion, because I find it very intriguing.
So I'll tell you, Arman, you're right. You're 100% right. So what happens? Yes, youngsters are there, but please think about your mom and dad also. Okay. You think about your grandparents also. Yeah. So what happens? These people, okay, they want to read. It's a habit, they need the newspaper in the morning. I have seen people, if the newspaper is not there, they will go up and down like 10 times that where is the newspaper today. Okay. So yes, youngster, everyone is targeting youngsters. So are we, but there is a substantial percentage, of people who are 40 plus. So we have to target them also. So what we are doing right now is, of course, the newspaper is there, and we are shifting, or we are parallelly running our digital platform also. So probably you will get news on, say, toi.com or punemirror.com on your WhatsApp groups. That news you will consume. Okay, so we are doing that also, Arman, and we are doing print also. It's required. The balance is required. We cannot have only digital. So just imagine, your grandparent, probably if they must be very technologically savvy, but there are people who are not that savvy. They don't like, reading newspaper online. The idea of online newspaper or the idea of consuming news online, they don't buy. They're like, we want the physical newspaper. We want to read that. So we have to cater to them also. We have to cater to Arman also. So each and every newspaper, they are working towards that.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Yashi.
I'm audible right now.
Yes, you're audible.
So I do believe like the social media, it's a very, due to digitization and everything, it's utmost important that we work with the digital platforms and as well. So in your opinion, what can we do about like the digitization and the social media? A lot of fake rumors and fake news is a spread like the WhatsApp or even social media. So how do you think like we can
I
change that?
think even on social media or digital platform, if you are consuming the news, please check the source. So we all know that, okay, if there's a NDTV's handle or NDTV's site, the news will not be fake. If there is a TOI's site or handle, it will not be fake. For that matter, I'll say Pune Mirror site or handle, it will not be fake. Please go to the source. That what is the source of this news? There are thousands of web portals. There are thousands of web portals which are running across this country. In fact, I can tell you, 1,000 must be in Pune only. And they are putting news here and there. They don't verify that. Please verify it. Please check the source. If the source is good, you should trust on that news. Only forward the news when you check the source. That is very important, guys, because you are the people, like you make everything viral. Yeah. So like in this 100 people's group, if I'll send you some message, so probably it will reach to 10,000 people by in next 2 hours. So you are the people who make things viral. Please check the source of the news, which is very important.
Yes, sir. So though it's time of like clickbaits and everything, which are like most popular right now. Like if you see a
Yeah.
news, like a breaking news, like flashing something, we're just tempted to forward it, and people do believe it blindly. I believe sometimes.
Yeah. So that is something which people should correct.
Yeah,
We should
definitely.
we should not blindly believe on whatever we are consuming. That we should not do. So I was reading in a very good post somewhere where so Amitabh Bachchan these days is promoting Jupiter scooter. Yeah. So we should understand that when was the last time Amitabh Bachchan has driven a Jupiter scooter, or for that matter any scooter? That he is telling us that what are the benefits, how brilliant this scooter is. So we should be, we should understand that what news are right or what. So this is in not only news, in products also. So it's all about money. If you have some brand ambassador and all that, so you have to understand that why we should buy this and why this person is promoting this. If it's only money, then you have to take the decision. You have to take the final call. So check that source first. That is very important. Yeah, Khushi.
Sorry, sir, to interrupt. But
Yeah.
as you said that we should check our source. But you know that Pegasus is like. So I was just wanted to ask that, like you're telling that they can hack anyone, like NDTV, TV9, Pune Mirror. They can hack and they can like
Yeah.
do anything. So the thing you said that we should check the source and then trust on that news. But
I'll
what
tell
will
you,
we
Khushi.
do?
Yeah, I'll tell you, such, so till date, Pegasus has not been proved. Okay. So whatever the politicians are talking about till date, it has not been proved. Okay, that is one thing. Second, say tomorrow the hackers, and hackers are can be anyone, you know. So probably Arman can do a ethical hacking course and he can become an ethical hacker, you know. So hackers can be anyone. So tomorrow, if they are hacking Pune Mirror's website, okay, I also have a technical team with me, okay. Probably they will do it for say 20 minutes. In that, they will post some 10 news stories or something. In next 1 hour, we will remove all the stories, okay. We will communicate on every platform that we were being hacked. So that's very small time. That's very short time. Yeah. So yes, you should check the source of the news. That's very important. And Pegasus, till date, it has not been proved. I don't support the ideology of any party, you know, but the proofs should be there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I can
Thank
see
you.
one more guy, Rishabh, tell me, Rishabh. Okay, so so we were talking about the second department after editorial. I'll continue with that. Guys, keep asking. That's what I like. Yeah. So Arman, are you from Pune?
No, sir, I'm not.
You're from which city, Arman?
Sir, currently I'm living in Jodhpur, but if you were to ask me the directions of this place, I won't be able to tell you because I just moved in. So.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the second department after editorial is circulation. So, which is something totally, as you can understand by the terminology, that the department tries to increase the circulation and all that. So Arman will probably buy a newspaper if the circulation department is good or our, you know, marketing techniques are good. If we are able to communicate to him or to Yashi or Shreya that guys, you know, we have some relevant content for you, you know, please read this. So then you will buy that. See, I'll tell you, you know, what happens. So who was talking to me about the content? So people do read, say, a Bombay Times. Okay. I'm talking about youngsters. They do read Bombay Times. They do read Pune Times, but they keep Times of India main edition at a side. So it's all about that because you like that content. You know, so tomorrow, once the lounges, the bars, the pubs are open, you know, so probably if I am having a page wherein I am covering the party circle, you know, of Pune. Pune is very famous for that also, you know, so if I'm covering that, so I will have lots of youngsters reading that news, consuming that news. It can be on any platform. It can be on digital. It can be on print. It can be on my Insta handle or FB handle or whatever. So it's like that. So we were talking about circulation. After circulation comes marketing. Okay, guys, please understand, whenever you're talking about marketing, okay, marketing and sales, these are two different things, two different division. Okay, so usually what people say that anyone who is selling anything is doing a marketing. No, that's not marketing. Yeah. So I had a brief I served a brief time in Samsung also. I was in the marketing department wherein I was heading the Samsung marketing for Mumbai. I was not the salesperson there. So what I was responsible for was choosing the right communication, the right platform, probably finalizing the ads, putting it in say a newspaper or hoarding or radio or television. So that what a marketeer does. Okay, he will try and connect with the end users. He will communicate what the brand want to communicate to the users or the client. Yeah. So he is not the salesperson. So sales is a totally separate department wherein, so in Samsung, people who are going to different showrooms or, you know, say a Vijay Sales or Lotus or Kohinoor, you know, people who are going to them and who are pushing sales of, say, their LED TVs, refrigerators, ACs, those are sales people. So likewise, in any publication, a newspaper or television or radio, people who are communicating that how good is a Radio Mirchi is through different ads, through hoardings, okay, they are the marketing person. Sales, so people who are selling the ads on Radio Mirchi, people who are selling the ads in newspaper, okay, they are in sales. So please be very clear, marketing is different and sales is different. So never say that marketing and sales is one. This is basic. You will read lots of books, guys, I hate books. I cannot, I hate course wala book, okay? I love reading, but I cannot read Kotler. So I'm like, it's better to go in a professional organization and start working. So that is what I like. I cannot read. Sorry, Manish, if I'm taking it on a different tangent, but I don't like. I don't like reading course book. I like practical exposure. Yeah, so marketing and sales totally different. Okay, so the other, after marketing, the other function is finance, which you everyone knows. It is about finance and purchase also, which is about buying the newsprint in a newspaper, making payments to vendors and everything. Then there is HR, who definitely hire people, who try and keep the motivation level high, because after working in a newspaper, which is, guys, be very clear that if you are joining any media company, okay, there's no night, there's no day. Okay, you can get call anytime. So after this, we do require a good backend team also, who can keep the motivation level high amongst the employee. So we keep on doing small activities. So HR is not only about hiring people, okay? So we hire people, say, once in a year or twice in a year or thrice in a year, but continuously we have different activities happening at our office, wherein, so probably recently we did a corporate cricket tournament, we had a badminton tournament amongst our employees. So these are activities which we do keep doing to keep the morale high of our employees. So this is basically the work of HR department. Then comes the sales. Okay, so sales in, so I can broadly divide sales in two parts. One is activation sales. This is too much for you guys, but you can hear it out, just hear it out and then you can sleep. Okay, so one is activation and one is pure sales. So I'll tell you, in a newspaper industry, so if I'm selling ads, if I'm selling a little bit of content, editorials and all with ads, that's pure sales. If I'm selling, say, a Femina Miss India, so Femina Miss India is also a Times of India property. So if I'm selling pure, if I'm selling some events and all, that's activation. So all these come under sales. Yeah. So these are broadly 5-7 divisions of any newspaper, for that matter, any television channel. If you talk about radio, the editorial department is replaced by the programming department. So you have some RJs there. You have, instead of reporters, you have RJs. Okay. You have programming, editor, the show promoter, show production guy and all that. So more or less the working of any organization, any media organization is almost same. So this is what it is. Yeah, someone was asking. Okay, so guys, any question on this? Yeah, Niranjana.
Am I audible?
100%.
All right. So my doubt was kind of related to the journalism part. So you were talking about honest journalism, right? So in that, from your experience, how difficult is it to actually follow that unbiased thing in our day-to-day, job while working in a mainstream media?
Okay, so Niranjana, it's all about ethics. That is one thing. Okay. And second, if you're greedy, okay, ultimately, lots of things boils down to, so why a reporter can be biased. Okay. So probably one thing is money. Second thing is if he is his ideology. Okay. So if he is, he likes say the right wing or the left wing, so he will be biased. Or money, it's not very difficult, if you'll ask me, like we have been running this newspaper from last 6 months. Before this was a part of Times of India. We recently bought this from Times of India. And we have been running this from last 6 months. It's a very young organization, and so I have been facing some issues like this, some issues wherein we get to know, that some reporters or someone trying to do something. But after our communication to them, after what we have told them, after having a meeting with them, I can see no one is doing that. So it totally depends on Niranjana. So if Niranjana is a journalist or is a reporter, if she wants to do it, okay, she will find her way. There are corrective measures which any publication or any news channel or any television channel they take. There are corrective measures to it, but those are only corrective measures. If you're working with me, Niranjana, if you're working with any organization, I have to trust you, because every relationship, the basis is trust. I have to trust you. So then it's 100%, it depends on Niranjana, that whether she is ethical or not. If she is not, she will find her way. It's very difficult also.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, what challenges did you face as a media professional during the pandemic?
Okay. every industry, so like Shreya's parents, they have stopped newspaper. Where are you from, Shreya?
I'm from Indore.
You're from Indore. Very good. So
Yes.
your parents must have stopped Dainik Bhaskar.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
That no Dainik Bhaskar will come.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was the issue which we have faced. If you will not have the newspaper, how will we survive? So basic our basis of any newspaper, I mean the revenue generation model of any newspaper is through ads. If the
Yes.
newspaper is not going, if people are not reading the newspaper, so the revenue impact is there. And yes, and probably that's why we are running Pune Mirror now, not Times of India.
So what measures did Pune Mirror take to combat the issues?
Okay, so one, we communicated to everyone. We tried communicating everyone that guys, listen, we are not sending corona at your home. Okay. How we print the newspaper, we have made a video. In fact, for that matter, Times of India has also made a video. Dainik Bhaskar has also made a video wherein they communicated that there is very little human intervention, when the newspaper is coming to your place. Only when the guy is giving it, your vendor is giving it to your doorstep. That also, we tried giving the vendor some gloves and all that, so that people will think that no, they are safe. So we did all that, but ultimately it was all about people. In due course of time, now people have understood that if we are, that corona is there and it will remain there. Okay. But there are corrective measures that we can take. Okay, I don't know how many of you are vaccinated, because you must be only 18 or something. But there are lots of good number of population is vaccinated now. And youngsters only, you see how they are shopping, how they are in the market. People have forgot that there is any corona or something. Yeah, Rishita.
So I hope I'm audible.
100%.
Yeah. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
I
Shiva.
wanted to ask, nowadays we're seeing journalists being very insensitive. Like, for example, the Riya Chakraborty case, in which journalists were very insensitive, especially the broadcast journalists. There was one very reputed channel which called her a witch. I mean, this is not expected from reputed channels. So why is that happening lately? Why are journalists being so insensitive?
You know what? When you're talking about journalists, so it's not journalists, all the journalists. In every group, in every section, or in any department, or in any segment, there are different kind of people. Okay. So what I told you guys, that there is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. That's your perspective. Probably they must have thought, you know, that what we are doing, people should know all this. What we are thinking is right. At times they are wrong. You cannot control them. It's just that then Rishita can switch off that channel. And guys, this is something which this is a change which you guys needs to bring. If someone if you think that that is not the right journalism, okay, you should not watch that channel. So if you think that the reporters were insensitive in Siddharth Shukla's case, so you should not watch, you should just stop watching. That is a lesson. Okay, you should unsubscribe. That is the lesson which you are giving to them. Soon they will realize that there is something which is wrong. There is somewhere where we are going wrong. Until and unless you guys constantly watch those videos, you constantly support them, you follow them, they will keep on doing this. So the change will happen from you guys only.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a question. So a lot of the times, mainstream media gives you what they want you to consume and not state facts, right? So I think that's where independent journalist firms today are making a huge difference. So what is your opinion about that?
See, not all. I will say a section. Okay. So if you will talk about Quint, if you'll talk about Wire, okay,
Yeah.
that also people are little bit. So you can see some favorism in every media, and it's not about that the media company is favoring them. It's about that particular story. Okay.
Right.
If there is a story on Quint which is pro BJP, okay, then you cannot tell people that Quint is pro BJP, they talk pro BJP. No, it's not like that. Probably you're missing a story which is not pro BJP.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's journalists, it's not the company.
Right.
So I can tell you from my experience, like a Times of India. So I have worked with Times of India group in Radio Mirchi and Femina Miss India and Times of India for almost 13 years. So from my experience, I can proudly say that they were not biased. We never got anything, from them that we have to support them or we have to not support anyone. They were not biased. It is one of the best media company in the world. But probably some people must be thinking that they are pro Congress, pro BJP, or pro superstar, or they oppose some star and all that. It's not like that. So media companies are not biased. The individuals can be biased. So probably Manaswini can be biased. Her company not necessarily will be biased.
Right. I get
Yeah.
that.
Bharat, tell me.
Yes, sir, am I audible?
100%.
Yeah, I had a question related to this only. So, in some cases, some stories which may not actually be biased, but there is a certain fear that it may appear that you are being biased. For example, a story against a certain political party, which is actually true, but
Yeah.
you may fear that it may appear to like it may make you appear as if you are biased towards or against that particular party or anything, any organization. So how do you deal with that personally?
That's neutral journalism. Okay, so you have to be neutral. So that's what I gave an example, that we published lots of pictures of senior leaders not wearing masks and all that. Media as an industry, um, they are not, so no one can poke them, okay, because they talk to people. So they don't have to be biased because of some fear or something. So if there is in news, they cover whatever as it is. And probably someone who is following a particular media channel, they can say that whether they are biased or not. Yes, I'm telling you, there are people, there are news channels which are biased, which everyone is aware of. That's their ideologies. It's not about they being biased or something. It's their ideology. My personal opinion is, if it is your ideology or if it is a person's ideology, you cannot have your company, you cannot have your publication to talk in the same language. A publication, a channel, a news channel, any portal, anyone cannot be biased. Yes, Mr. Sharma.
So actually, I'm Hershey.
Miss Sharma, tell me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Fine. So my question was, is there a need to have checks and balances on media companies or media in general? Because we've seen a lot of cases wherein media companies targeting each other. And we know how subjected we are to their influence and their interference. So should we have a certain third party looking after what the media is publishing, or to hold them accountable in matters which are of great concern?
There is, Charu. There is our Ministry of Information and Broadcasting is there. We keep on getting notices. So that means every media company, they keep on getting notices if there is some wrong news they have run, if there is some news which is not factually correct, if they have run that. So every company, they keep on getting notices. So there is this governing body.
So, but this governing body is a part of the ruling party. So don't you see there's an influence there as well?
Not really. It is. I'll not deny that it's not there. But having said that, you always have the other party's news channel also. So that's there. It's there, and that's our system basically. So our system is like that. There are some news channel, they are very smart. They support the government. Okay, they don't support any party. So whoever is in power, they'll support them. So there are news channels like that.
So shouldn't this governing body be independent from the government for more fair news?
So there is this also. But again, finally, you have a body which is independent of government regulations and all. But ultimately, what we have seen is the government do influence. Yeah. But having said that, guys, we are intellectuals. We understand what is right, what is wrong. So if you want to believe in something, just give your 5 minutes on that. You will get the facts like anything. We have Mr. Google with us all the time. Just put that in Google. You will have 3-4 different views about it. Then you will understand that, okay, what is it all about?
So, but there are only some people who question the news. Most of the people consume whatever they see without a
So
second.
that's why you guys are there, no? So that's why you should not consume it like as it is. So I'll tell you, 72% of India, they they don't live in urban cities and all, which is a vast population. They are not literate. They don't have even access to Google and all that. Even if they have the smartphone, they don't use Google. So whatever the local newspaper is telling them, whatever the news channels are telling them, they consume that. That is something which needs to be changed. And it is only individuals who can change all this. Otherwise, no one can change. Yeah, Mihika, tell me.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I
Good
audible?
afternoon. Yeah.
So talking about this, don't you think it's important for the news channels to actually put across what's going on in the environment rather than thinking on which side they are on? Because if the government has done something wrong, the news channels who support the government would also put it across to the audience that they've done something. So
So
they wouldn't also put
that
it
is what everyone should do. What you are
exactly.
saying is correct. That is what everyone should do. But are they doing it? No, they are not doing it.
Yes,
So
sir.
guys, I am on your side only. Whatever you are saying is correct. Whatever you are saying that there has to be a regulatory body, independent regulatory body, and all that, that should happen. But till date, that is not happening. And I will blame myself for that. Probably I consume news from unverified resources. I consume those news. So probably if a channel who is who has covered Ria's case, in such a manner which probably you think is not correct, you should stop watching that. It will affect it affects us. So tomorrow, if you don't like what Pune Mirror is covering or how Pune Mirror is, or if you think that we don't present the facts in front of you, so probably tomorrow, if say 1,000 of you will stop subscribing to Pune Mirror, we will come to know and we will think that what is happening. Are we going somewhere wrong? So it's us. This is a never ending topic. This is a never ending topic. But yes, it is us. You should consume the information, the news from reliable resources. Don't forward things just as it is. We get on because of the WhatsApp University. We get lots of lectures. We get lots of videos and everything. Don't forward as it is. This is something which you can do for the society.
So
Yeah.
most of the news on these digital platforms are rumors. So how do these rumors generate out of nowhere?
I don't know. It's probably human mind is very creative. That's what I can say. Yeah, Nandini.
Sir, hello, sir. So
Yeah.
I have this topic nagging me since you started the session. So I believe like last year around this time, around June, July, journalism and media in general were going through a crisis where people were having a hard time believing what was being shown, and they were angry at news channels for not covering important issues and rather focusing on something different entirely. So, what are your opinions about this, and how can this be avoided in future?
See, it has to be balanced here. If I'll talk about news channel, you cannot have one issue which you are covering for the entire day. There are lots of important news which happens across the day, which happens across the globe. We should we should be responsible enough to cover that. So you must have seen, as soon as Sushant's case came, Corona was not there. Corona was gone. So everyone was talking about Sushant's case. That is something which should not be done. Yeah. Manish, I think we are at almost our time is up.
I think it's 12:56 till 1:30.
Manish, your voice is echoing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I think till 1:30 you can.
Okay.
You have the time?
Yeah, I actually I have a meeting, but it's fine. So guys, what I would like to summarize a couple of things, very important things. One, please don't sit at home. Okay, wherever you are, I can understand right now it's all about online thing and all, but wherever you are, try. So if you have a neck of journalism, if you want to get into media industry, you know, probably in advertising or journalism or any department, okay, please try and do some on the job training. That will help you. Every semester you should have at least 15-20 days wherein you are actually going to some company and doing your on the job training. Second, nothing is right, nothing is wrong, it's perspective. Yeah, that is very important. Third, communicate. So guys, in a panel of 100 people, I at least know some 7-8 of you now. Okay, so I have this mindset, you know, I have so tomorrow if I'm probably, if I want to hire you guys for internship or for the full-time job or something, so I can have, say, a Nandani, Arman, Khushi, Shreya. So I will remember that, okay, these people are vocal, they talk. It, guys, it is very important, you know. And please do not think that what other people are thinking. Please do not think about that. So with this, I just want to culminate.
I'm extremely sorry for the background noise.
Yeah.
That was a very lovely session. Thank you so
Thanks,
much, sir,
Ashwini.
for that informative session. We got to know more about media and how it's important and a very powerful tool. And we got to know more about the fragmentation of different fields in the media industry. I believe we got so much, like a better understanding of everything, right? Especially from an experienced media professional like you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Hoping to interact with you soon.
Sure.
Thank you all for joining. I
Thanks
hope you had
everyone,
a
guys. Thanks a lot for the patient, for being a patient listener. And in your next session, please communicate, please talk. You know, these are things which you will definitely remember. You know, you will all this will help. And you know, I want all of you to participate in your fest. If at all we are corona free and your college will start, the on ground thing will start. Please participate. Please be vocal. And thanks a lot for the lovely audience. Yeah, thank you. Thanks,
Thank you,
Manish.
Varun.
And thanks, Ashwini.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope everyone has the links for the coming sessions. Definitely, STMC gives a lot of opportunities for you to stand out and, you know, communicate, just like what Sir said. So have a nice day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Ashwini. Bye.